Imagine opening your morning weather app, and instead of partly cloudy, the official forecast is just one blunt word: smoke.
Yeah, that is quite the wake-up call.
Right, and that's not some scene from a dystopian novel. That is
Mm.
the actual daily Tech Reader update from August 23rd, 2026.
It really sets a tone for the day.
It does, and since, you're always keeping an eye on the latest enterprise tech trends,
Yeah.
you might normally click on a daily update like this just to read up on OpenAI.
Sure, absolutely.
But to really grasp the reality of 2026, our mission in this deep dive is to look at the whole picture.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to extract the hidden patterns here, examining this jarring snapshot where massive digital milestones are sitting right alongside extreme physical climate warnings.
Which is fascinating because we are essentially looking at a completely fractured reality.
Yeah.
On one side of the screen, you have these hyper-local environmental hazards, and literally inches away on the sidebar, hyper-global technological breakthroughs.
Okay, so let's start with that physical map, because the West and Southwest are just, they're punishing entirely.
Texas is baking. You've got Wichita Falls hitting 109 degrees.
Wow.
But here's the thing that really stopped me in my tracks. Phoenix is at 112 degrees, and Yuma is at 111. But the forecast doesn't say sunny.
Right, it's something completely different.
Yeah, the official categorization is a severe alert. It just says hot. All one word. I mean, it's like nature's oven got left on broil. It feels like a planetary stress test.
Well, actually, I wouldn't really call it a test anymore.
No.
No, because a test implies we might fail, reset, and, try again. This is just the new baseline.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, modern weather reports have had to evolve from simple precipitation forecasts into daily environmental hazard warnings.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because if you look further north, at Reno, Nevada, and Yakima, Washington, their official condition is literally listed as smoke.
Yeah.
Are we just casually normalizing smoke as a standard daily weather category right alongside partly cloudy?
We kind of have to. I mean, the atmosphere itself is carrying entirely different loads now.
Meaning what, exactly? Well, particulate matter from persistent wildfires is so dense that it actually dictates the local meteorology.
You're kidding.
No, it blocks solar radiation, it changes how moisture condenses, and it even alters wind patterns.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, smoke is the primary atmospheric driver for the day, not the clouds or the sun.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though, because you look over at Florida on this exact same day, and the extreme heat takes a drastically different form.
Right, the humidity factor.
Exactly. Almost the entire state is blanketed in thunderstorms. Tallahassee is sitting at 99 degrees while it is actively storming.
That is miserable.
It is. I mean, the only place escaping it is Key West, sitting quietly at 90 degrees and sunny. But a 99-degree thunderstorm sounds less like a forecast and more like a sauna with strobe lights.
That's a great way to put it. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the mechanism here is critical.
Okay.
Think of the Florida atmosphere like a sponge that's completely saturated with boiling water.
A boiling sponge, yikes.
Right. It simply cannot hold any more thermal energy or moisture. The extreme humidity combines with that near triple-digit heat, creating such massive instability that the atmosphere just violently wrings itself out in the form of constant lightning storms.
So it's not just rain.
No, it's a suffocating wet heat compared to the dry bake of the Southwest.
A saturated boiling sponge. That really explains the sheer volatility of it. But mapping these complex, chaotic systems across the country requires immense computational power. Which brings us to the twist on this webpage.
Yes, tech news.
Right. Right next to this map of a boiling, smoky world is the tech sidebar.
And what's fascinating here is the absolute whiplash. On the exact same page tracking those hot skies, we see OpenAI launching GPT 5.6 with a unified AI workspace.
Wait, break that down for me. What makes a unified AI workspace different from the chatbots we were using just, a couple of years prior?
Well, it means the AI is no longer trapped in a chat window where you have to prompt it step by step.
Okay.
A unified workspace acts autonomously across your entire software ecosystem.
So it's doing things in the background.
Exactly. It reads your incoming emails, drafts the corresponding spreadsheet, and schedules the follow-up meeting simultaneously.
That is wild.
Yeah, it's moved from an assistant you command to an agent that just executes.
Which completely explains the legal battles happening right below that headline.
Oh, for sure.
The New York Times is seeking court sanctions over withheld training data. Basically, if these models are now executing complex reasoning across platforms, the proprietary data they were trained on is more valuable and legally contentious than ever.
Definitely.
But then there's the geopolitical headline. China's moonshot Kimi K3 has officially matched U.S. frontier models.
Yeah, that's a huge shift.
I get OpenAI launching new updates, but how does a Chinese model just suddenly match U.S. frontier tech seemingly overnight?
It really comes down to algorithmic efficiency.
Okay.
The assumption used to be that whoever had the most hardware, raw compute power would automatically win.
Right, the biggest server farms.
Exactly. But Moonshot's K3 achieved frontier performance not by outbuilding U.S. server farms, but through highly optimized architectures.
Wow.
They essentially found a smarter, leaner way to train the neural network.
So they just bypass the hardware advantage entirely.
Yeah, effectively leveling the geopolitical playing field.
So what does this all mean? We are casually tracking the air we literally breathe alongside world-changing AI milestones. It's like we're a species accelerating in two entirely different directions. A hostile, unpredictable physical world and an exponentially sophisticated digital one.
It really raises an important question about how long those two worlds can remain separate.
Right.
We are treating them like a split-screen reality on a web page when, in truth, they are deeply intertwined.
Which brings up a final thought to leave you with today.
Okay.
We see the GPT 5.6 and Kimi K3 announcements sitting right beside those very hot and smoke warnings.
Right.
But training and running those massive frontier AI models requires gigantic data centers.
Oh, huge amounts of infrastructure.
Exactly. Data centers that pull gigawatts of electricity and drink millions of gallons of water for cooling.
Yeah.
We're relying on this incredible technology to navigate and manage our reality. But the sheer energy required to build that digital climate is actively heating up our physical one.
It's a sobering paradox to think about.
It really is. Something to chew on. Until next time.